All right, we are on week 8 of our Movin and Groovin challenge. We only have one more week to go, so if you're still with us, then keep pushing hard, and if you're just joining in, it's never too late, so don't quit. So last week I challenged you to do 3 miles at a normal pace. This week we're going for 3 miles at a moderate pace, and that may seem intimidating, but give yourself some grace and just do the best you can to hit your goal every day, and even if it's slow, it's better than not moving at all. So we thought it'd be a good time to talk about being weather aware, considering of all the inclement weather that we've had just a few days ago, and we were wanting to make sure that when we're out, we're safe. So of course we brought in meteorologist Heidi Rosa, and she's going to tell us some ways that we can stay safe. So when we're, obviously, when you see a storm coming, probably, you know, not a good idea to be outside, but if you find yourself outside and stuck in a storm, then
there's a couple of different situations, I guess, that you can go in. I mean, you said that one of our reporters for the night of severe storms was out on a run south of Bismarck a little bit, and then she had to go cover in a neighbor's house. And she knew the neighbor, so that's safety first, and that's probably the best situation you can
I can't
handle.
imagine a house around here turning you away and
no.
saying no.
But of course you still have to use that safety. That's a different story. But I always tell when I do Safety Village, when thunder roars, you go indoors. And, you know, I think too, having the first warn weather app is always good because you're running, right? You can you can look at the radar as you're running at the same time. And so I think knowing where that blue dot is, that's you on the map, and you see the radar, that tells you a little bit of where you know
maybe
that storm's going to come.
Even that storm moved pretty quick through the region, and even if you just delay your walk or run by another 30 minutes, you'll be in the clear.
The sun's going to come out, exactly. Now it gets a little bit more of a dicier situation, say like when we had the tornadoes. What do you do if you're out in the open country? Well, you know, the best thing to do is kind of just go in a ditch and duck and cover, of course, but of course staying inside, waiting it out is a lot better. But then I think your first instinct is to maybe go underneath an underpass. Not good, actually, because when you have strong wind gusts, the wind gets tunneled or funneled into and underneath the underpass. So wind is actually stronger there. So when you have tornadoes, that is not a good place. So you're better off to go into the ditch, duck it, and cover. Now hail, that's a different story. We also had that. That's probably an underpass situation. And so there's so many different situations. Kind of know what your gut feeling is, and you kind of go from there. But the best thing you could do is
just check
stay
the weather
home
before you go,
or go in a car. Like your car is probably nearby at the very least, or you know, a gas station, something. Something's gonna be there to help you out.
Absolutely. So maybe on the flip side of that, Heidi, we had bad weather move through. What do we do when the sun is out and it's hot outside? It's important to hydrate.
It is. I mean, drink, you probably know the rule of water, to how much weight you are. I mean, so many ounces. And so, that matters on how much you drink. I was walking yesterday and I was looking at all of the trees on the leaves, and I'm like, okay, these are the last couple of days of summer, but I am so parched, and I was like far away from my car with the water in it. I'm like, Heidi, it would have been smarter if I just carried that water bottle, because you should hydrate at the same time. Now, if it's hotter outside, absolutely drink water. If it's cold outside, you don't know that you're dehydrated. Drink water anyway.
It's harder to tell. You were saying in the winter months, you know, people are not thinking about drinking water just because it's, you know, when you're hot, you drink water to kind of cool down. It's nice and refreshing. Very important, even as the weather cools off. You've got to keep that up. I know for a while I had the goal of drinking 100 ounces of water a day.
It's a lot, Christa.
I know, it's a lot. And the only way I did it, I had one of those huge, it was obnoxious and everybody hated it, but it was that giant mug with like the water goals on it. But it was the only way that it would keep me accountable. And you just don't realize how much better you feel when you're hydrated than when you don't even realize that you're dehydrated. So if you're not drinking water, you probably should be. So
absolutely.
Everyone take a big gulp right now.
And I think from April 1 too, we always have her on from GYS Track Club, and she says, just drink water, stay hydrated, and you know, and maybe put a couple electrolytes in there. So
electrolytes are good too. All right. Well, thank you so much.
Weather safety.
Weather safety always important. So thank you so much, Heidi.
Of course.
All right. Well.